Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. I got something a little bit different for you today. And yes, I did get this idea a little bit from Metal Complex, but also I'm taking my own twist on it, and it's something I have been thinking about. These are 10 knives that I don't really carry anymore, but they were foundational in my and me getting starting to collect knives for one reason or another, and they are still bangers. And if I only had these 10 knives out of my entire collection, I'd be absolutely fine for the rest of my life if I wasn't so obsessed with knives. So I'm going to go through these and talk about why they're still bangers today. I think they're all still for sale today as well. And we'll just talk about it. I still, like I said, I still carry them all too. So first, though, I'm going to ask you to please smash that like button, leave a comment. Really helps the channel. And as always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. Not going to go in any particular order. The Rat Ontario #2 is foundational knife. This is the D2 version made in Taiwan. Absolutely exquisite. I mean, literally, I could have stopped collecting at this point. Now, this is a way of knife scales, the Paisley scales that I got undyed from them. Little liner lock, works extraordinarily well. I think this comes in at $38. Still, arguably, the best D2 knife ever made for this price point. Everything about this knife is amazing, and I love it. And everyone should have a Rat too. This is the R2D2 model, right? Because it's D2. And yeah, it's an amazing knife. Like I said, I never carry it. But it is super cool, and I absolutely love it. Speaking of things that I absolutely love and I never carry, the Protech Malibu. It got the whole button lock, plunge lock fad going. This is what brought that. But the reason why you scream at the YouTube every time that there's another plunge lock and you're like, why another plunge lock? It's because of this knife. Aluminum handles. Protech is awesome. Absolutely love them. I actually got this while I was on vacation in a different country. I got like a notification on my email and I bought it from a different country, and I didn't even get to see it for like another few weeks because I was gone for so long. And I was so stoked about this knife, and I carried it for a really long time. One of my first Protechs too. This knife was uber hard to get, and I finally got it, and I carried it, and it's still a great knife. I got the blacked out edition of it. I can't say enough about it. It's an amazing knife, and honestly, comparing this plunge lock, button lock to anything else, like I'm just push buttoning it. I'm not even flipping it, right? I'm not doing that. I'm just push buttoning it. The action on this, so screaming good. I mean, this is still the definition and the best plunge lock out there. Like there is none better. This all the ones that came, the 3 million that came after this, still aren't better than this. They did it right, and it is still screaming good. And of course, I've got the reverse Tonto with a little bit of belly. This blade shape is amazing. Great. I can't even tell you the last time I carried this. Great knife. Absolutely phenomenal. Speaking of knives that I don't carry anymore that are absolutely awesome, this is the Skaha 2 from North Arms. I have several of their knives. And listen to that sound. Man, I love it when a knife makes a nice sound. Listen to that. Ah, beautiful satin finish on this. This is Magna Cut. Look at that action. Just drop shut. Again, you can just push button it. Like once you get it onto the liner lock, it just drops right away. So simple. Now, the one thing that I had a problem with is its wire clip. I replaced the wire clip. It has different versions of these scales now. This is an older one. He has a lot of different versions out there. He's a small knife maker, makes some great kitchen knives too. Great bird and trout knife. This, I believe, is his only pocket knife. Well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. Screamer of a knife. So easy to carry, and the handle is, the ergonomics are amazing. Nice little jimping up here. I mean, seriously, if you're going to go fishing or camping, all you would need to take is this and maybe a fixed blade, and you'd be good to go rest of your life. Honestly, haven't carried this in years. Next, you know what I used to carry all the time and was like my grail, not my grail knife, but like the knife that I was like always like, if I had a friend and he wanted to get a good knife, I'd be like, dude, you got to get the Demko 20 20.5. Now, I know this is a relatively new knife, like it came out 3 years ago or something like that, but this blade shape and this diamond texturing and with a lynch clip, I mean, this thing is so good to go. And the shark lock, I mean, yeah, any kind of beginner that doesn't know how to flick a knife really well is going to love the shark lock. It's rock solid, as all of Demko's locks are. I actually have 3 20.5s. I've got this guy, and then I've got my Halloween knife here. This is an homage to Mars Attacks. Oh, I've got this nice lynch clip here with the McTwisty or whatever it's called finish on it. Oof, look at that sexy 20.5. And then I've got like a user D2 one with these nice micarta handles. And oh, look, another lynch clip. Wow, phenomenal. Only one of these I've carried in the last year has been this one, and that was like around Halloween because I have some Halloween carries. That's right. I have holiday knives. So that's how many knives I have. That's freaking insane, but it's true. So yeah, this is the only version I've carried, and it wasn't really for use. This guy used to be in my pocket every day when I went to work. This is the 3V version of this knife with the nice diamond textured titanium scales. Yeah, I can't even, again, don't even know when the last time I carried it was. Next, this is the Mako. You guys know, if you've watched my channel for a long time, how much I love the Mako. Small in-pocket carry, great leather sheath that fits in the pocket. Ergos are phenomenal, even though the blade shape is really strange. This is a Kreey knife. Absolutely love Kreey. Small maker from around here in Pennsylvania. CPM MagnaCut. He uses a lot of high-end steels, Rex steels, all kinds of steels. Check out his website. Well worth a visit. Great knife. Don't have any clue the last time I carried this. Why? Because I have probably 20 in-pocket carries right now, and the small in-pocket carries, I've been, searching for different ones that were just as great as this, basically. This still is in at least the top 3. There's like 1 or 2 others now that I'm like, oof, that's really good. Like my daily carry in general from LT Wright, I think is a little bit better. But yeah, just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, again, don't know when the last time I carried this was. Absolutely phenomenal. Little in-pocket fixed carry. Great knife to have around. All right, moving on. The Atom TR 3 Rivers. Love this knife. Look at this. This has got the OG titanium scales when they just started doing it. Now they've got this nice diamond pattern instead of these straight lines. But I love this original pattern. And look at the machining on top here, right? This company is known for its machining and for all of its finish. Watch this action. This is an inset liner lock. Ooh, almost no pressure at all. Look at that blade shape. Super thin behind the edge. In a way, Nick Shabazz's review of the Proton and the Atom, I think it was the Proton, the smaller Neutron. The Neutron and the Atom were kind of what got me really hooked on knives, and then me not being able to get one of these. I mean, chasing this down was one of the first grails I ever got. And honestly, I could carry this knife as my like dress-up knife the rest of my life, and I'd be fine. I don't think I've carried this in 2 or 3 years now. And this is kind of the knife that got me thinking about making this video. Before I saw Metal Complex's thing, is I was thinking to myself, someone posted a picture of an Atom on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I've got an Atom. Oh yeah, that's a phenomenal knife. I haven't carried it in so long. This is the epitome of a knife that should be carried more often that I just do not carry. Oh, God. The Varga VBR, I think it's called. Look at this knife. Look at that swedge. Amazing. I think this is M390. Could be wrong. Pretty sure this is M390. Isn't it written somewhere? Mark Varga, great designer. Look at this carbon fiber handle. Great milled clip. This is a bolster. What do you call this? Well, it's a frame lock, but it's the bolster frame lock. Yeah, just phenomenal. Nice, amazing action. Great shape to the blade. Look at all that grinding done on there on all these planes. Super sexy knife. Yeah, collar's done to the nines. Phenomenal piece. Never carry it. I did carry this within the last year. I have carried it on occasion. You know, like basically the last time I carried this was probably a year ago. This is the Hinderer Eclipse. I like it more than the Hinderer XM18. That's right. I like the Eclipse more than the 18, and I own both of them. The only reason why the XM18 is not on here is because I don't really like it, even though it is in my collection and I haven't carried it forever. I do love this Eclipse. I love this titanium scale with a brass finish on here. Love this deep carry Lynch clip that I put on it. The thing is good to go. This is the MagnaCut version. Yeah, MagnaCut. My XM18 is in SV45. If you want to buy it, let me know. Yeah, absolutely awesome knife. Rock solid lockup. You know, just phenomenal. Phenomenal knife. This is a part of American history too, because he was one of the 3 OGs, right? He's him, Chris Reeves, Strider, and Rick Hinderer. You know, this is you got to have one of these in your collection if you're going to be talking about knives, right? Never carry it. So yeah, there you go. These next 2 knives I have carried occasionally more often than the other ones, but I thought I would include them anyway. This is the Factor from Brian Winters. I've really kind of gone off on him lately with his whole drop he did last fall. Kind of felt cheated. But having said that, this was a fun build. I liked changing the detent magnets on this. I like putting the isotope vial in here. The sound it makes is incredible. Sometimes my editing software kind of takes out that ting. So I don't know if you're getting the full experience or not. But oof, the blade shape, the fact that this is a part of history, detent magnet, lockup is magnet, everything about this is magnet. Very cool knife. Absolutely love it. Never carry it. This is the Rosalinda from Ray Laconico and Monterey Bay Knives. Watch this action. It takes no effort to fling it out there and then just drops down. This is ZDP 189, sheathed metal here, super sharp. I think that the HRC on this is up in the upper 60s, like 67, 68. Look at this finish here. It's been blasted with Zerk beads or something like that, giving this almost like a micro orange peel texture to it. This is a knife that is sought after by a lot of people. A lot of people want this knife. This knife is a grail knife for a lot of people. I just happened to go online on Monterey Bay, and it was there, and I was able to pick it up. And phenomenal knife. I love this knife so much. Like, I love all these knives. Never carry it. So yeah, there you go. Thinking about this, just having made this video, I can only come to the conclusion that you're now thinking I am a total jackass. And I want you to know that I know I'm a total jackass, and that all these knives you would absolutely love in your collection if you don't have one already. And you think that I am an idiot, and I am an idiot. It's just that I have so many other knives, and maybe I should do a total knife collection video sometime soon. But when you're doing this kind of content, you have to rotate the knives in your pocket all the time. So the things that you come back to that are like comfort food is what I'll call it, like the knives that go back into your pocket that you use all the time, even though you've had them for years. Those top knives have something just a little bit more than these knives. And maybe I'll do a collection of that. And I have done my top 10 favorite knives in the past before. Maybe I need to do that again. But these knives are like just there. Like I will never get rid of any of these knives. But at the same time, it's a very hard subject. It's a really strange video to make. I really love your comments. So they're knives like this that you're like, you remember, oh yeah, I own an Atom, and oh yeah, it is a sweet knife. Why don't I carry that anymore? I'd love to hear what your version of that knife is. Like, subscribe. If you want to get a chance to win a knife of the month, become a Patreon supporter. $3 a month. You get an entry to win a knife every single month. Thanks so much, guys. And I will see you next time on Sharp Ends. All right, let's arrange these knives for a nice cover photo. That's right. The last 2 seconds of every video I make is me arranging what I've just done to make a nice cover photo. This is some behind the scenes. It's okay. 95% of everyone who is watching this video has already clicked off. So it's just like me and 3 people. How you doing? Thanks so much for joining me. All right. Seriously. Bye-bye now, guys. See you later.